Like that, we are live. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out, for joining us. This is Let's Mind Travel Podcast. I have a very special guest, actually 3 guests total that make up the group State of Mind with us right now. So, and I do apologize for those of you that have possibly been waiting for like 25 hours. There was a date typo, not a big deal. It does happen. But we're here now. What's up, everybody that's in the live chatting? We appreciate you. So what I'm going to do now to keep it moving is I'm going to go ahead and bring in State of Mind. I'm going to bring them in one by one, but we'll go ahead and start talking once they're all in here. Again, thank everyone for joining. You guys could have been doing anything, but you're here doing the coolest shit you could have possibly been doing. So you're also very smart. So we have a lot of smart, intelligent, creative, good-looking people going on in here, and I appreciate that. So how's everybody doing from left to right? On my screen, at least, left to right for me, we got Bone. Bone, how you doing, brother?
I'm great, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. A lot of you that are on here, Bone's been on the live before. We got Dusty Vision. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I've been sitting in the waiting room for 25 hours, man. Dude, what's up?
Hey, dude. Hey, man. It's just trying to start a wave, dude. It was a long play. It's a long play. We're trying to teach people the importance of patience. And then we got Step. Step, how you doing?
What's good? What's good, everybody? Much love, much love.
Hell yeah, man. So the group is State of Mind. You guys are all MCs, dope lyricist. I actually got the chance to see you live. Was it Friday? Last Friday, right?
Yep.
And that was the first. That was the first show you guys did. And how long was that since you guys' last show from there?
Shoot, 20 years, bro.
At least
so, about there, yeah.
Man, so
20 years.
So I'm gonna get into that show. I just wanted to mention that because that's an incredible thing right there. You guys have been together obviously over 20 years. So why don't you give us a little bit of backstory on yourselves about the group and how it kind of came together?
Who wants to take that? I guess I'll take that.
Go ahead.
We all went to Downey High School, and we all kind of transferred in. D-High, baby, Downey. And I'm actually from your neck of the woods. I'm from Long Beach. Bone is from Compton. Steph is from Compton. So we all just ended up at Downey High School, and we just 3 dope MC. I mean, we knew each other rapped, and it was a rap from there. I mean, we were, some of the only few black faces at the school, so we connected off that. We had our own crew in the cafeteria, and we kind of became like high school little celebrities at our school. It was kind of cool, actually.
Hell yeah, dude. So the friendship was pretty strong before the music, or did the music forge the friendships?
I say the music forged the friendship.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I actually knew Dusty probably 1 year before I knew Bone. Through football freshman year. But when I met Bone and we all kind of figured out that we all had the same love, which was music, writing lyrics during lunch, writing lyrics during class, and spitting, we had to link up. And Bone's pop actually kind of pulled it all together, and the rest was history from there.
Yeah.
That's dope. Did you guys have a lot of other stuff you did? Did you play like sports and all that together, or was music what you guys did?
Yeah, believe it or not, Steph was probably the fastest guy at our high school at one point.
Why you say believe it or not, man? Why you imply my man? He still looks fast, dude. Look at him.
Hey, controversy, man. There was a few other cats that was smoking fast, man. But yeah. Believe it or not.
Yeah, he ran track. Me and Bone played football. Steph played football for a little while. Me and Bone played football for 3 years together. So yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so State of Mind, it was formed. It sounds like you said you were somewhat of like high school celebrities, and you talked about being in the cafeteria. Would you do like little shows? Would you bring a speaker? How in depth would you get to perform in a cafeteria?
It was all freestyle, right, Bone?
Pretty much, man. All freestyling. We did a couple of high school talent shows, but other than that, man, we was in the cafeteria. We had the beat, as the dang table, or somebody beatboxing. And we would just keep the flows off like that.
And we were always on Power 106 and 92.3. We would always be on the roll call.
Yeah.
Roll call. We were roll call champs. Roll call was a thing back in the day with Big Boy, and the Baker Boys had it also. And me and Steph specifically, I know Bone did it sometime too, but we would always win. We won tickets to big ass concerts and stuff like that. So we were always on the radio. And we were all together on 92.3 on the John London show. On the beat, and that was a very big deal, back in the day. It was really cool. We had a big machine behind us, man. They believed in us, dude.
Oh yeah.
So going from there, like, so you guys were in the cafeteria impressing everybody. You had on the radio shows. What was was the first album, or when did all of this kind of lead to an action and some sort of a strategy
Hollywood.
for the group?
So yeah, man. So actually, our first song, bruh, our first song took us probably like a day and a half to write. It was called "Give a Dog a Bone and Watch Him Step."
Long ass title.
Man, a long ass
Okay.
title. It took us maybe like we started the beat from scratch. Started the song from scratch. You know what I'm saying? So came up with the beat concept. Did the verses, man. I mean, that being in the studio for that longer time, bro, let you know like you was really ready to get it. Because man, we was in there for sure for a while, bro, like a long while.
Yeah, yeah.
Did on the production side of it, did one of you do the beat, or did you guys have a producer, or how did
Well,
the
back then
instrumental
we
come
had a
about?
producer. Now Steph does everything for us. Steph does
Uh,
all of our production, but back then we had a main producer that did everything for us, played all the live instrumentation, and
mhm.
told us to say certain words like "Don't say it this way, say it that way." So you
Yeah.
had to say it like 28 times.
Right.
Shout out to
Definitely
Lou. Shout out to
training.
Lou McKenzie,
Shout
man.
out to Hub City for sure, though.
Shout
For
out to
sure,
Hub
though.
City for sure.
And that first song that Bone is talking about, "Give a Dog a Bone and Watch Him Step," that was us, like you said, pressing the keys, trying to get the snares and the hi
Hmm.
hats and the kick drums. That was my first real introduction into production. So from there, I always knew, why I never wanted to depend on a producer. No disrespect to any producers, but when you
Yeah.
can just make it yourself and write it and have it the way that you want it to be from start to finish, that man, that's something that not a lot of people have, but that's a blessing right there. So I definitely, had to run with that. All the production right now is from me, from all the three albums that we're working on right now, Digital Space Dust, Trifecta, and the new one that's coming out. What's the new title, y'all? The new title
Smoke
for the
and
EP.
mirrors.
Smoke and Mirrors. Smoke and Mirrors. So look forward to that. That's going to drop on June 1st. Lots
Hmm.
more to come from State of Mind. So much more.
Oh yeah, and there's a weird like something like that in the background. Didn't you guys hear that by chance?
That was probably my dog that just barked. Let me close my window.
Oh, gotcha. I mean, I don't want. I mean, if it's hot in there, bro, I don't want to put the dog at risk. You know what I'm saying?
Turn that
I don't
AC
want to get
on.
PETA called on me over here, bro. But no, man. To everything you were just saying. So you made all the beats for Trifecta.
Yep.
How
Digital
long?
Space
How
Dust.
long have you been making beats for?
I started producing myself probably around 19 years old, 20 years old. Yeah.
Y-
Yeah.
But by any chance, this is one of the things I kind of wanted to get into, but I was watching an interview. I'll put in the description of the video here after it goes up on YouTube. But Dusty Vision, you have a channel, and you put up a couple of interviews, including Bone, right? You interviewed
Hmm.
Bone on the channel.
Yes, just recently.
So one of the things you guys talked about was musical influences, and it's a pretty cool story. I mean, you guys should probably tell it, but early on, you guys would go to like a swap meet, and you would get instrumental CDs, and you would have
Mhm.
those beats, and
Uh,
then you talked a lot about like the influences you guys had, and Outkast was one of them.
Mhm.
Is that universal throughout for you two, Step?
That is probably one of my main influences, Outkast. One of my favorite MCs is Andre 3000, still to this day. So, yes,
mm.
So
for
yeah,
sure.
I would say it's
Yeah,
unanimous.
and I would say, and it's not like it sounded just like or anything like that, but the whole ambiance of your style, man, I get a lot of that because Outkast to me has always been one of those groups that's fucking different. Like
Yeah.
what they do is different. All the songs are just they're wavy as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the closest thing to real underground you would get on the mainstream, in my opinion. Like
Mhm.
Andre 3000 is one of the best MCs of all times.
Oh yeah.
Like,
For
and
sure.
it's
Man, believe
almost
me.
and it's crazy that a lot of people listen to Andre 3000 as just a fan that don't even realize like the dude's a legend. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
how
For this
talented he
lyricism,
is.
like it's like a Common or something. It's like Common's fucking incredible, but most people they look at him, he's the actor guy. You know what I mean? Like, so it's it's dope that Outkast like that. But I got that vibe, man. I was listening to Trifecta today,
What's
throughout
up,
my
dog?
car rides, and I started with Chicago. Fucking amazing track. We actually played it on the live before. But it's just such a vibe, dude. And so props to you on all the production, the lyricism.
Thank you very much.
Nah, of course, man, of course. And the whole Outkast, that was like, if anything, I was trying to make it complimentary, you know, and just to let you know, like, I got the Outkast seasoning in the dish, you know, like, and it was used like it was perfect, man. So,
hey, but since we're talking about the tracks, real quick, without these two fellas right here, the dopest MCs in the fucking world, man, come on,
stop it.
You put those lyrics on these tracks. Come on, baby. State of mind, y'all. Trifecta. Oh, yeah. You know we go.
Yeah. I was getting there, bro. Yeah, dude, of course, man. Of course. I just always feel like the production deserves, you know, a certain note of respect. Just because at the end of the day, man, it's the foundation, dude, to a degree. You know?
100%. We have the best producer. We have the best producer in the game. Let me jack you off real quick just for a bit. We have the best producer in the game. The dude is amazing. His mind is crazy when it comes to the beats, and he knows me and Bone probably more than anybody knows us. Yeah. And he puts that into the beat, and it's really easy to write to his music, man. Sometimes I write a whole verse in 5 minutes, like legit. His music talks to me, man.
Yeah. It's literally hard to keep the tracks coming fast enough for them because their pens are fucking hot.
Yeah,
I can't say it enough. These are the dopest rappers that I've ever heard in my life, right here on the screen.
Hey, I would agree 100%. Me and Bone have done a couple songs together, and I don't know if it's like this for the obviously you rap as well. I think all three of you guys are fucking elite, you know, in regards to lyricism. So me and Bone have done maybe 2-3 songs, or maybe
about 3,
maybe 2.5 if that makes sense. But I'm the kind of dude that I've always just been a solo artist, and I'm I'm not competitive in anything. You know, if we went to the bar and we played pool or we played any fucking thing that involves one person winning, one person losing, I could care less if I lose. I don't even think about it. You know, I'm all about the experience. But for whatever reason, I've just always loved to be competitive in my lyricism. And it's a positive competitiveness. It's not like I want someone to win and lose. It's just I go at it with this. I just want to fucking kill the track. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that comes with getting motivated from the other person on the track. And Bone is one of the very few people I've done tracks with, and I thought, there's no way I'm gonna get this one, man. This dude is like so fucking ferocious on the mic, dude. It's like ridiculous. Everyone I show, it's funny because they'll hear my part, and they've heard a lot of my stuff, you know. So I'm like, I'm not a new experience necessarily, and they know my level of lyricism. So, you know, it's usually what they expected, maybe a little better, whatever. But then as soon as Bone comes, like, damn, who's that, dude? Who's that? You know, by the end of it, it's just like, oh man, dude. So the fact that there's 3 of you guys, man, is fucking like, it just makes for such a dope lyrical experience. And so what I was gonna say though, onto that, man, the song "Trapped," I believe Dusty Vision. Are you the second verse?
No, I'm the third verse.
Bone is the third verse.
I'm the third verse.
Who starts off talking something about a robot, dude? It's
That's
something
me.
with the. Well, dude, what is? Start that verse, man. Just give us like the first 4 bars, bro.
Let me out of the spot. Hold on. Let me out of the spot. I'm a claustrophobic robot that knows not what he does because they program my thoughts. And they tell me support this and hate that person. If I don't, then I'm crucified and made to be worthless. Does a penny with 2 holes in it have a purpose? When he smiles, they don't really know what's under the surface. I'm a product of pain, racism, and cocaine. I never tooted once, but it's all in my veins. That shit is all in my genes. It's my destiny. This is nothing new, kid. I'm just an old recipe. A boring story that you've heard hundreds of times. Blah, blah, blah. Wham, wham, I hate my life, and my parents both sucked. I'll never be like them. Then you grow up, get married, and end up just like them. Most part, it's our fault we're trapped in this bitch. Shit, they gave us the blueprint. Our dumbasses ain't listen.
Hey, the whole fuck it, man. Bro, that was dope. Man. But bro, like, it's not just that you guys are dope lyricists, you know, because on a technical level, there's a lot of incredible fucking lyricists, especially dudes that come from freestyle and or battle rapping and all of that. To be technically proficient and just to be up from a mathematical level almost fucking amazing, there's a lot of dudes out there. But in regards to being able to capture a solid cadence, you know, to be able to switch styles up within the flow, to be able to carry a topic that doesn't just all end up about the bars, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a bunch of bars about bars about bars about bars with a lot of these dudes that are trying to be the most lyrical. Yeah. But I brought up that verse, man, because it's just those first couple of lines of like the way that you rock it, the cadence in it, everything is just like, along with the beat, of course, you know, it all is the experience. But when I was listening today, that was one of the verses that caught me. That was like, oh man, just like it's like connoisseur level hip hop, you know. And
thank you. And my version of Trapped is just feeling like a robot, feeling like, you know, you have to abide by what society tells you. You know, hey, don't like this person, like this person. If you like this person, you're a bad person. If you like this person, you're racist. You know, I'm just like, I do what I want. I do what makes me feel good. I'm not trapped in a box. I'm not a claustrophobic robot. And that was that's what was behind that. You know, some people feel trapped by drugs. Some people feel trapped by this. I feel trapped by what I can and can't say without being fucking canceled.
Mm-hmm. That's some real shit, bro. I totally understand that. You know, I actually, there's a couple of topics that I won't even touch on the podcast. And a matter of fact, me and my buddy had a podcast that we ran on the channel for like a bunch of, I don't even remember how many episodes we did, a lot, but we did our very last episode in like March of 2020 when all that shit started, you know? And I almost put the video up and I didn't. I still have it, but it's like,
I watched your I'm offended video and I loved it, by the way.
Oh, that's actually one. I've watched a few of them recently. Like I'll go back and kind of watch those, and that's a good one, dude. That's a good. There's a couple that are just whatever, but that's actually a good one. I'm stoked that that's one that you picked out and that you saw.
Because I hate like that we're like everybody gets offended by shit. Like when we were growing up, dude, if all of us were hanging out, we make fun of you because you're the white guy. You make fun of us because we're the black guy. We make fun of our Mexican friend. We make fun of our Jewish friend. Then somewhere along the line, some parent walked out of their house and was like, "No, you guys shouldn't be making fun of each other." And now like everybody has vaginas, and I don't know how that happened.
I mean, because it's like, let's look at the term that we use, make fun. What the fuck does make fun mean? It sounds positive to me.
Yeah, and
it's like replace the word fun with anything else. Make happy, like make excited. It isn't like make upset. It's like, because it's just a form of, what the fuck did people do before all these electronics came out, man? I think people just hung out and they roasted each other and they had fun with each other and they fucking humor. It's like, why does it feel so good to laugh? You know?
Right.
Like it feels, if you could catch a solid giggle for like 20 minutes, that's euphoria, dude. You know?
Without a phone in your hand, without a fucking phone in your hand.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how is something that I think right now, and it's one of those like big topics, you know, but everybody identifies with opinions and everyone is so afraid to offend someone else. And it's just like, it creates this bubble, man, where it's almost like you're saying, it used to just be, you make fun of me because I'm white. I make fun of you because you're black, because you're Mexican, or whatever the case may be. And we all had our little funny, stupid jokes and it one-upping each other with the jokes, but it was funny, you know? But now, like somehow if I make fun of you for being black, I'm a racist. It's like, does anyone know what the fucking word means? Like, how is our threshold of what is a racist is gone all the way down to making a joke? You know what I mean? Like, because obviously, if the joke was so offensive that it called for a certain emotional, response to it, then it's not a fucking joke. You know what I mean? But I think we all understand what a joke is. You know what I mean? And you can push a lot of barriers with jokes, but I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know. So I feel bad because I used to enjoy. And the other day, I actually did witness a couple of kids really ripping on each other. You know, they were like 12, 13, really going in on each other hard and laughing about it. And I thought, fuck yeah, you know. Like, I'm really glad to see this because there's no 18 to 21-year-olds that I know of that are even willing to fucking talk shit to each other at this point in life. You know, like
getting bagged on and getting clowned, that kind of like molds you, man. Like it makes you a person. That gives you tougher skin. You know what I'm saying? So that should be like welcomed.
You know who the funniest people are? The funniest people are the ugliest motherfuckers because they got clowned and they know how to come back.
Real quick.
Bosco 100.
And I think also, you know, in addition to being able to develop thick skin because the world's not fucking fair, you know what I'm saying, is it shows you that it ain't so serious, man. Like, this shit is really not that. It like, there's very serious moments in life, but the whole goal of it is to not have to take it so fucking serious all the time.
Exactly.
Like, what are we all working for? So we could retire and be as serious as humanly fucking possible?
Really?
You know, like we're fucking, come on, man. So you got to be able to enjoy life and fucking not take, I don't know. So that's just my view on it.
If I may, while I'm on your platform really quick, if I can address my white friends out there, this includes the host. I'm going to let you guys know that Black folks, we want to be included in the joke also. And I say that because I was just at a comedy club, right? And the guy up on stage was making fun of everybody. He made fun of the Asians. Everybody laughed. He made fun of the Latinos. Everybody laughed. He made fun of the Jewish people. Everybody laughed. He made fun of the Black people. People were like, "Oh."
Yeah,
I'm like,
me,
dude, we like jokes too. Like, can you laugh at the jokes too? Like, people think if you laugh at a Black joke, you're racist now. It's like, dude, we want to be part of the fucking So white folks out there, can you please include us in the joke too? Stop being scared. Like, just please include
bring
us.
Black jokes back, people. Come on, dude. If you're a comedian out there, stop being a fucking pussy. Okay, don't fall for it. Not everybody's so damn easily offended. If anything, it's offensive that you think they're going to be Black people are going to be so offended by a joke. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
But and I don't know. I mean, that's a whole nother topic we could dive into for like hours, man. Because I feel like there's a lot of weaponizing of things to divide and conquer people, and I think obviously there couldn't be a bigger barrier to at least use than race. Although most of us see it as like a uniqueness within each other and the cultural aspects and all that, and it's cool. But like we're all the same at the end of the fucking day, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
But it's like they use that as a way just to make people mad, you know. And you
gotta check out a video I did, Jared. It's actually called Peace. I just
everybody got to check it out, man.
Please check that shit out. We're talking about race. We're talking about ethnicity and all. Man, check out the video.
My favorite song from Step 2, I'm going to keep it real. It's called Peace. I actually use it for my intro on my show. I love it that much. It's a really good song, guys.
Hell yeah,
Please give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat. Just give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat. Yeah.
Simple, right? Simple, but it says so much, man.
Hey, can I say something, Steph?
That's all I need. That's all I need. What's up, baby?
So here's the deal. We went to the show on Friday. So I want to talk about that for a minute. And I want to talk about you a little bit as I do this to start. Right. So me and my wife, I've been doing hip hop. Used to do it very seriously, like aggressively, to the point where I did shows twice a week, 8 a month, sometimes more if I was able to. You guys know the circuit, if you've ever done it. Like me and Bone have talked about the Stardust. The Stardust is an infamous venue for the fucking circuit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. For the promoters that got it on Saturdays, their job is to book a headliner and a bunch of people to pay for it and all that, whatever the case may be. But we used to do those shows all the time. So over the course of a couple of years, me and my wife probably went to 100, if not more, of these types of hip hop shows. And when Bone told me you guys were performing at the Green Turtle in Whittier, the headliner, I was first off just fucking excited to see you guys perform. No, regardless, I didn't realize it had been so long since you guys performed. I maybe it's been years, but I didn't know it had been that long. So kudos to you guys for doing that. It was dope. And it only gets doper as I keep telling the story. So we got in there, or maybe like 20 minutes before you guys went on, and it felt exactly like the last time I went to one of those shows. Not
same here, bro.
Not to discredit anybody, right?
Yeah.
But like if you're into comedy and you go to an open mic night, you're going to see people that don't necessarily come across as professionals. You're going to see people in early stages of their comedy careers. It might be their first show, it might be their second show. You could tell it's their first show, or because everyone they've ever met is there. You know what I'm saying? And they usually bounce right afterwards, and it's cool, whatever. But it's a lot of people that it's their training grounds, and they're rapping over their actual fucking CDs. They don't even have a TV track yet. You know what I mean? And like, it's very tiring, to especially when you've been to hundreds of them, if not thousands, over the course of years. And so me and my wife really go there, and it felt like kind of like the same kind of show, and I was excited you guys went on. And dude, you guys, for not performing in 20 years, I have to say that you gave them like an elite level show, I think you guys all had this just professionalism to you. It looks like you guys do it all the time, you know.
Thank you
I
very
mean,
much, man.
if anything, you guys should, you know, you guys did headline that show, in my opinion. But the natural like stage presence was one of like the dopest parts. Obviously, the beats were incredible; they set the vibe. But I really enjoyed the fact that the main thing you guys are doing, which at these hip hop shows there is a fucking lack of, if anything, there's none of, is you guys look like you were having fun, you know? and I don't think that people really understand how important it is to do that unless you're fucking even Snoop. I don't know who to say, you know, like unless you're somebody that's even DMX fucking crack jokes, you know what I'm saying? It's like he's the roughest dude you could probably think of if you just in general. But like, I think the ability to have fun while you're doing something and be natural at it, it puts off the vibe of just like you're watching something special, you know. And like, I wanted to thank you guys for being that dope, because I was expecting dopeness anyways, but like. The other thing that you guys did is at those shows, the one thing that usually happens is everybody just kind of hangs out and does their own thing, and usually just keeps talking while people are performing, unless it's their boy that's filming it, you know, like real talk. Dude, you guys have the ability just to draw people out, you know, and I think it's because of that element of, you could tell, obviously you guys are either really, really good friends or just really, really enjoy each other's company while you're making music. Obviously it's the first and the second at the same time, but you guys just look so natural and have so much fun with it. And like, even in the lyricism, you guys have the personalities. But Step, dude, I don't know why, man, but you're fucking dancing and stuff, bro. It's just so fucking great to me, dude. Like, me and my wife said, we're just looking at you like, I hate to say I'm laughing at you or nothing, but it's just like, bro, like you put a smile on my face, you know, because it looks like you're having so much damn fun. I could make fun of you probably, or say something of that nature, but like, I think your whole goal is to be engaging with people, you know, because there's nothing more approachable than someone having fun, unless you're just ain't no help for you at that point, you know what I mean?
Because a lot of happy place. That is my happy place when I'm on stage, when I got a mic in my hand, when I'm able to tell a story lyrically, when I'm with these dudes. That's my happy place for sure. Yeah, so I'm glad you noticed that, man. Thank you so much.
That was a super. There was like a lot of points I forgot. I was just thinking about it, but that was the main thing. Is just like, I appreciate the level of energy and how much fun you guys were having. I mean, Dusty, you were fucking jumping up and dancing, and like you did the splits at one point, and I forgot. Like, I wouldn't be surprised, you know, that you just have energy through the fucking roof, bro. Like, were you on? Did you dose or anything that night, bro? Were you on anything besides weed or?
I was actually sober as shit.
You were just sober?
I like to go on stage. I like to imbibe after, because I want to go on stage kind of clear-headed. So I had a couple of hits of weed. I had maybe 2 beers, I think. And no, man, that's a natural high, bro. Like literally a natural high, dog. And I am drunk as fuck. But no, when I go on stage, I like to be under control. And that's funny because people like, were you on drugs, dog? No.
And by the way, when I say that, I thought because throughout the tracks, there's talk about like, it sounds like what could be like psychedelics, you know. So, which I'm super into. So that would have been dope. I would have loved to actually done a good amount of psychedelics and then fucking gone to that show. I would have loved it. So I'm like, wow. You know, I didn't know what was all coming, but you already knew, so I wouldn't be, you know.
Yeah. If it wasn't our first show, and you know, over 2 decades, I probably would have got high as shit. But you know, I wanted to make sure I was leveled out. But yeah, man, I'm glad I did, because back in the day I had some shows where I was super drunk and high, and I regretted it, dog. So I like to, you know, I mean, I one time I banged my head on a speaker and I like had blood trickling down my.
I remember that fucking Blue Cafe.
I was on some G.G. Allen shit. I was on some G.G. Allen shit at one time in my life. And,
trying to hop on speakers and shit.
Yeah, man. You know, so, but no, yeah. Appreciate the compliment, man.
and I wasn't trying to say you were like high as fuck or nothing like that. I don't look at being on psychedelics as being high as fuck. I just look at that as an enhancer.
I was in that zone. You put me in that zone. That's exactly what it was. I was in that zone. I was so in that zone. Nothing could have took me out of that zone, man. It's a natural high, dog. For anybody who doesn't perform or do something like we do, it's about as close to sex as it gets, dog. Like, I'm keeping it real. Like, getting on stage and hearing the reaction from your people, and more importantly, strangers. Like, when I hear a stranger, because my people are gonna cheer on me all the time, right? But when you look in the corner and you see this dude you don't even know, and that motherfucker's bouncing up and down, and he's like, yeah, that's the motherfucker I do this for. That's the person I do that for.
Yeah, dude. I'm with you. And it looked like it, dude. It looked like you were just all about making the fucking environment as awesome as possible. And that's what it's about, man. A lot of these MCs that go up there and they're like mad as fuck about everything, dude. It's like they're not looking at anybody.
Exactly.
They're just rapping to themselves about that.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know, hey, man, if this is how they feel, this is their
the energy in the room.
If they feel like that's their optimal level of performance, then cool, man. You know, it's just not for me, I guess. But it's like there's a lot to learn from watching you guys perform. I think a lot of people, because it looks just like, well, let loose, you know, like enjoy yourself. There's practice behind it. I mean, you're not just like going to be able to do that in one show, but I think there it was like a training ground for people, or like a little training course, man. You guys put on a clinic. And Bone, I will do your presence, the fucking everything about the lyricism, bro. Like, what about performing is your favorite part?
I mean, I think they pretty much hit it on the head, man. I mean, like, just being able to, I guess, please other people, you know, with your energy, with the lyrics you say. Like, it was crazy. Somebody quoted a lyric earlier today on Facebook, man. That shit like made my day. 'Cause I'm like, damn, like somebody like actually took the time to listen to what I was saying and then be able to like quote it back verbatim. Like, to me, that made my day, bro. So I was really, really happy about that. But I mean, yeah, just being able to go out there and just give people a show. I mean, people paid to get in or not paid to get in, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's only right that we give them the show. And I mean, and a lot of MCs don't do that, man. So I want to make sure that we do that.
We came from a time where, and this sounds corny as fuck or cliche, but we came from a time where whether there's one person in the audience or 2,000 audience, you literally give them the same exact show.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Because you never know who's watching.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, I'm with you, dude. I've
literally been in situations where we have done that for real. You guys remember when we went to the Blue Cafe a couple of times, and I don't know how many people came, maybe literally 3 or 4 cats came through, and a few of those cats left. We still said, fuck it. We'll use it as a practice, a train.
Exactly.
And we rocked the hell out of that shit. Wasn't nobody in the crowd. We said, fuck it, you know?
We performed for the bartenders, bro.
Very good time doing it. I'm sure the people outside, for real. Yeah. Drinks afterwards.
Dude, I used to do a lot of these. My buddies would throw the show, so luckily I didn't get like too deep in the trap of having to actually pay. But a lot of these shows where they'd book, you know, whoever. It could even be who you guys perform with, let's say, like a Glasses Malone, or there's people that work the circuit pretty heavily, right? And some people that just come around every now and then, and those are usually the bigger shows. But they wouldn't put these headliners on until like fucking 1, 2 in the morning, you know? So to go up right before the headliner, and the majority of the people, because the promotion on it was so weak and dependent on the people that were throwing the show, that the only people they were inviting were coming because they were performing, you know what I mean? Like, I remember I did a show with the Beat Nuts, and I always love the Beat Nuts. You know, I couldn't name probably more than 3 of their tracks, dude. But like, they got a couple of tracks that made me know that the rest are all bangers for sure. You know, or at least they got a lot of bangers happen if they put out a lot of albums. I watched the Beat Nuts perform in front of me, my wife, and 2 other people, dude, and put on a show as if it was Lollapalooza. You know what I mean? And it was like, I was like, damn, dude. Like, because I performed right before the Beat Nuts, and I don't know because I don't know the people that were there when I performed, because I didn't bring really a whole lot of people to the event, but they kind of headed out because it was just getting late. So it was dope, because it was kind of like very intimate, but it was also watching some people that, fuck, man, 10 years before that, they were probably performing like festivals, dude. You know, they probably still could with the wave coming back of people that really appreciating you know, like artists like that again, or just like on a bigger platform. I would say there's a lot of these festivals coming through with like artists from the 90s or from the early 2000s, people that haven't really put anything out recently. But
yeah, nostalgia is huge, dude. I just went to a 90s concert, just, you know, one hit wonder type, you know, people, and dude, they had the whole thing sold out. And nostalgia acts are making more than current acts right now, hands down, dude. I'm going to another one in June right here, not too far from where I live. It's literally 10 minutes away from me. And these acts are selling out, 10,000, 15, 20,000 shows because people love that nostalgic feel, dude. So it's definitely coming back. And if I can give a quick shout out to the chat room, you got an awesome fucking audience, by the way, dude. Your audience is dedicated. They're dope. Shout out to Chrissy. Shout out to Winter
Chrissy, for real.
Shout out to Marianne. I mean, you guys are showing so much love.
Appreciate you.
You guys are showing a lot of love. I see people from Finland. I see people from Finland, dog.
Alexandra Incognito.
Yeah, somebody 6:30 in the morning.
What's up?
These are all day ones in the chat too, man. These are all, so I appreciate you for acknowledging that, Dusty. These people deserve all the acknowledgement in the world.
Most deaf. Finland got some fine ass women too, I think, right? Is Finland the one with the fine ass blonde bitches? Women? Sorry.
I'm assuming, yeah. It sounds about right. If someone says, "Oh, this Finlandish," what is it? Finlish or Finnish?
Finnish, I think. Finnish, yeah.
Finish the topic, bro. Yeah, they're beautiful, dude. Everyone's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's the notorious one that you're thinking of, but
you know what I'm trying.
Because I know there's Swedish is another. But that was kind of just insulting to Finland to say, no, it's not Finland that has the attractive blondes.
I'm finished.
But what Dusty is saying is that it's almost like, pop culture Swedish. I don't know, dude. What are we doing?
Chrissy hit it on the head, dog. All women are beautiful. All women are beautiful.
Women. That's what I was trying to get.
Yes, all women are beautiful.
All women are beautiful. So what were we talking about before that, then?
I don't know, but all women are beautiful. Okay, so if we could pick out of all women are beautiful, if we could pick one woman that's the most beautifulest, what would you guys pick? Because I'm going with Latinas. Like, I'm sorry to my black sisters, sorry to my white chicks out there. I'm going with Latinas.
That's your personal. So you're saying your personal preference
is Latinas. So all women are beautiful, yes. But if you guys personally can pick your favorite beautifulest, let's go down the line. Let's start with the host. What's your favorite beautifulest woman?
I mean, Mexican. My wife is Mexican, so
I'm about to say, my shit is easy, bro. My wife, dog.
So he just wants to tell all the Latinas out there that he's
who is also Mexican. Hell yeah!
Shout out to Latinas. Is all
you know what's funny, dude? Is so you guys went to Downey, which I'm guessing is a lot of Mexicans, right? Like Latinas.
Now it is.
Latinos, or was it different back then?
It was white back then, bro.
Yeah, now it is. So back then it was 49%, almost 50% white, and then within 10 years, now it's literally called the Mexican Beverly Hills. It's called the Mexican Beverly Hills.
I might be thinking about Paramount as well. Maybe I'm thinking about Paramount.
Right next to it.
But they're so close it don't make that big of a difference, right? But I mean, I asked that because I went to a private school up until like 7th grade, but then I went into public school and I went to DeMille in Long Beach, and then I went to Milliken in Long Beach, which are predominantly where I was like, one of the. No, actually, when I went to DeMille, it was very not very. There was maybe like a low percentage of white people that went there.
But Milliken is a lot of white.
Milliken, out of 3,000 people, dude, I would say it was pretty equal, but
more white people than normal. Like not Poly. Like there ain't no white people in Poly.
Oh yeah, I would say the Long Beach schools, like not like Wilson white. Wilson had like I would say a lot of white people. I don't know, dude. Now we're making like all about race, I guess. But I guess my point was before, because I don't fucking remember, dude. I just remember at least in middle school being the only white dude in a lot of my classes, and I was like, I wonder if that's what it is, because I've just always, since I could remember, been just only attracted, like nothing else is and not to say all women are beautiful. I can only speak for myself, not the masses, but I've always been attracted to Latina or Mexican or whatever you would say.
Amen.
Maybe that has something to do with it, man. Who you're around when you start really developing thoughts like that. I don't know.
Amen. And isn't that awesome, dude? Growing up in Long Beach, where you can knock on 4 different doors and get 4 different ethnicities. Like that's the great part about growing up in Long Beach that I loved. And it made you appreciate, Middle Eastern women and Asian women and like Cambodian. Like it was, dude, I'm so thankful that I grew up in Long Beach because it taught me how to be very, very open to who I stick my dick inside of.
It's like that in Compton too, bro. It's like that in Compton too. You got a wide variety in Compton, bro. A wide variety of black and Mexican, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I also think, dude, I
Oh
just
yeah.
wanted
Oh yeah.
to
All mixed up. Oh yeah.
I just wanted to get like with someone that didn't get sunburnt, dude. Because I don't want my kids getting sunburnt, man. So it's like if I go, let's like I'm a red haired dude. Like you can't, the beard is red, I guess, or red enough to know it's red.
Yeah.
But I gotta have like the worst sensitivity to the sun ever, man. If I'm in the sun for like 30 seconds without sunscreen, my wife notices. Oh, you didn't wear sunscreen today? It's like I was outside for it doesn't matter, like, and it's really that serious. So like I would hate to bring a life onto this planet that all they had to think about was if it got fucking sunscreen on or not, then. So I'm hoping that when I have kids, they have a like more of a complexion where they get tan. Because I've never tanned in my life, dude. It gets red, it peels off, and I'm white again.
Yeah, you're legit white, bro. You're legit white. You're OG white.
Yeah. I'm white. I have red hair. You know what I mean? Like red hair, white person. I'm like I got to be the whitest dude.
Yeah.
So I have a low key fetish for females with red hair and green eyes. Low key.
Well, it ain't so low key, bro. If you're talking about it loud.
Yeah.
but yeah, dude, that's more of a text. If you want to, you could have texted us, dude. No, I was kidding.
Just saying, my Pornhub queue, it may have redhead in it. Like that's all I'm saying. Keep going.
Someone called me a ginger the other day.
Oh.
And then apologized about it. Then is it? Should I be offended? Should I be offended if someone calls me? And everyone in the chat right now, dude. And I really
was it an A or was it ER? Was it an ER or an A?
Oh no, dude.
Ginger.
I mean, but here's the thing, dude. I don't say ginger like in any point in my life ever, and I've never heard anyone say it. It's always just ginger,
Yeah.
Like, and then, but here's the deal, right? Because we were filming another podcast, and just to keep up with being fucking goofy, I acted offended. I was like, whoa, dude. Like that was because the guy that said it is supposed to be woke, whatever the fuck that means. So he's woke, which I know what it means. It's just a joke for anyone. I'm not making fun of nobody. I am making fun, okay? But I'm not trying to offend. That's no negative intention. We're trying to laugh. All right, we're having fun. I'm with state of mind, dude. So come on. So but everyone took note and was, oh shit, yeah, dude. Like it wasn't hard to believe that I was offended for that. So, but. I don't know. I'm not offended by it though, because I Googled it and I don't want to Google it again, but it meant some like pretty dope shit. So it's like, how can I be offended about that?
No, at the end of the day, it means you're white, so you still have one up on everybody. So you're great.
I mean, I don't know about all that. That's not the goal or nothing like that. I guess sometimes, I don't know. On that note, I will say, I also, so as a group, have you guys ever? Let's go back to performances for a second.
Yeah.
So have you guys also do like solo performances ever, or is it mainly just you guys as a group?
You know what? I feel like we've all Bone does his stuff with Special Blend. Shout out to Special Blend. And Steph has always done his thing. I actually gave up until all three of us got together. I hadn't touched the mic. I hadn't touched anything since 2007. I gave up on music. I fell out of love with it. I hated because I was doing behind the scenes stuff, promoting and things like that just really made me fall out of love with the music. And until I connected with these guys again in 2020, they gave me a whole found love that I thought literally was gone, dude. Like I didn't want anything to do with music. And then in 2020, we got back together, we started creating, and oh my God, dog, like I didn't realize I fucking love music. Like I love this fucking thing. I love it. And I'm so glad that happened, dude.
How about you, Steph?
It's always been in all of us, man. It's always, I never stopped. I mean, I was always working on stuff. I got a hard drive full of shit. I've always been, look, man, when we got back together, what was it? Couple of years ago when we started the Trifecta album, it was right after the whole social injustice thing happened. We made a song called How Many. I remember Bone was over here sitting on my couch and I was fucking with the track and he actually came up with the hook and was like, we have to say what's on our mind. I know when all of that happened, I was emotional. I had to speak to my kids about that, went out and, protested in a positive way, of course. But that was a very big deal to me being an African American. I had shit I had to say. And the way that I communicate is through music. So, that was the first song that actually sparked that reunion. And
Yep.
bam, it hasn't stopped. It has, and it's not going to stop. So y'all get used to it. State of mind. The birth, Dusty, Step. We in here. We ain't going nowhere.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah, dude. And
Sorry, I'm just making a drink, guys, so don't mind me. Keep talking.
yeah, I was wondering what you were doing, bro. You started bending down, and there's a straw next to your fucking head.
Start
I was
getting
like,
dizzy
hey,
and
dog,
shit.
can you just, maybe you're like, I don't do drugs. I'm against it. Fucking, I never do drugs. And you're fucking straws and shit on the counter, bro. You don't have to be on the whole time if you're doing something, dog. Just don't take us to the bathroom if you can, Dusty.
Yeah, dog. Yeah.
Don't think that you're holding. Don't think that you're
camera down on that one.
Yeah. You're not. We're not losing anything out on anything if you go to the bathroom and just don't take the camera. So,
but yeah, for me, it was like going back to what Steph was saying. It was really like there was a time in 2020, dude, where I'm not even bullshitting you when I say this, but I thought the world was going to end. I thought this is it. Like I was like, and never in my life have I ever thought this is it. I've heard of the apocalypse, all this bullshit. And I'm not really a religious guy, but in 2020, there was a point in time where you turn on the news, right? And everybody's rioting. You turn on the news, like everybody hates each other. You turn on the news and like, it's just like fucking coronavirus is killing people, right? And I was just like, this is the end, dog. So that was one of the reasons I was like, I think I need to start creating again. And that was the whole time, just going back to what Steph was saying, to where it all just came together, because I really thought it was the end of the world, dude.
Wow, that was deep, bro.
I think that's for me, man. I just figured like, hey, it was downtime. You know what I'm saying? We had stuff going on in the world. Like, why not? What better time than now to come back together? And it was crazy because, like Steph said, man, I was at his house. I think it was actually doing a song for Clone Guy. Actually doing a Clone Guy song. And,
you actually were doing a song for Clone Guy.
And he started playing on beats, man. And I was like, damn, bro, we need to start doing something. And then the hook just instantaneously, man, came to my head, and it was on from there.
Oh yeah, dude. And just so we don't skip by it, man. You're wearing the hat, I'm wearing the shirt.
Yeah,
it's actually how we know each other. But shout out to Clone Guy. If you're in California and you smoke weed, you enjoy weed to any facet, look up cloneguyindustries.com. Go to the website, look up the store locator. If it's not sold near you, recommend to the people near you that it should be. But we sell not only the owner, who is a good friend of ours as well.
Yes,
fucking
sir.
solid dude. Couldn't be a more solid dude. If you're not cultivating, you're procrastinating right now. You know what I'm saying? You got to be cultivating, and the best genetics in the game are Clone Guy Industries.
The best genetics in the game.
Because it means a lot. If you got clone in the name, it means a lot to put out solid quality product. And I would stand behind it 100%. So I just want to shout out Clone Guy, because Clone Guy is really a good conduit of how like relationships that are solid lead to more solid relationships. And I think we were talking earlier, or to some facet that might relate to that. But regardless, shout out Clone Guy. You said it. Just wanted for people that were wondering what that means.
We're rooting for you. Clone Guy Industries, Long Beach, selling clones and teens. Let's go.
Hell yeah, dude.
We probably put Clone Guy in our song more than any rap group, more than any other rap
group.
Yeah.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie, dude. So me and Bone, we'll work on this like little project, and we're doing this like kind of back and forth on this beat that I made, which actually, man, I was listening to it today. I was like, I almost just want to hear you guys on this damn beat. You know what I mean? Take myself off of it. Maybe that might happen. I don't know. But I the last verse I wrote, I set it up and I thought, I fucking hope that the Clone Guy is in this, man. Like I almost like set up almost not the whole thing. But I was like, fuck, I can't wait to see how he flips that and talks about it, because it's just like so perfect, dude.
Right,
but I did
happen, bro.
I did hear that. So and I say that because I was listening to the Trifecta album today, and I heard Clone Guy a few times. Always dope. And so on that project, Bone, you were saying there's 10 tracks, right? On
10 tracks
Trifecta?
on Trifecta, yeah. And then we got 3 tracks on Digital Space Dust.
Digital Space. And when was so Trifecta is the latest project that was put out?
Trifecta was the first project, actually. So that came out in that came out August 21.
August 24th.
August 16th, 2021. And then we came up with Digital Space Dust.
In August.
Dropped that in January. And now we got we got this new one coming out, Smoke and Mirrors, on June 1st.
So you guys are like nonstop with it.
Oh, we're doing it, baby.
Why
We're
would you stop, bro? Why would you
it's
stop
in.
right now?
No, I
Really?
appreciate it. I
Really?
appreciate the hell out of it. A
And
lot
two,
of
man, if the fans are digging it, bro, I definitely don't think we should stop. You know what I'm saying? So I think we make timeless music. I think our music is different. I think it may take some people to hear it a couple times just to hear like, ooh, what they say? Hold on, let me run it again. What they say? Yeah, okay. Like,
And
a
here's
lot of people don't listen to music like that.
Yeah.
Meaning
you know
not like what you make. What I'm saying is a lot of people don't listen to it. And that's why I said people that listen to Andre 3000 on like, hey, yeah, don't realize dude is literally, you can put him up against fucking the Eminems or whoever, you know, the masses consider to be the technical best, that they'll tell you that Andre 3000 is probably better than them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's so dope. It's like a Mos Def. Mos Def is fucking insane. And like most people don't even know the dude raps.
Yasin
like,
Bey.
wow, dude. Like he murders Talib Kweli on tracks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who's great in his own right too. But it's like Mos Def is just an animal, dude. You know, as far as being different on his own right. But so and with your guys' music, what I like the most about it, not only the fact that you guys are putting out a lot of it, which is dope, you know, like you said, why would you stop? You know, you don't stop serving until people are out the fucking restaurant, right? You know, you still got people eating, man. You still serving food, bro.
Yes,
you know what's doing it?
And more and more people want to eat every day.
Yeah. You know what's doing it for me, guys? And this is speaking from a behind the scenes level, you know, opening up the curtain behind the scenes. We're actually seeing how many streams we're getting from this. And we obviously don't have as many friends as streams we're getting. And we're getting streams like a motherfucker. Like all our shit's on. So when we see it and we actually see a number, we're like, oh shit. Okay. And we're talking tens of thousands, you know, of streams. And we're looking at, oh shit, like we don't have tens of thousands of friends. You know what I mean? Right. So people are kind of seeing something tangible or that we can actually see. That's keeping me going because I'm like, okay, now it's 20,000. Tomorrow it's going to be 40. In a month it's going to be 100. You know, like it's just we're looking at it keep going up. We're just looking. It's just going up, dude, and that's what's doing it for me.
And it's genuine too, though, bro. It's like it's like nothing like we're not paying for shit, nothing like that.
Organic.
It's very organic. Yeah,
it's all organic.
And to me, that's like the best, bro. Even if we had like 15 organic ass true fans, I would rock with that all day. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to like 15,000 fake ones.
What do people say, man? I'd rather have a quarter than 25 pennies.
There you go.
You know, but that got step. But fucking but one of the things I wanted to say is what you guys do, and a lot of so I made like I was saying, I made a lot of hip hop back in the day, and my influences were really underground lyricist, you know, like the first time I heard an underground track, it just blew my fucking mind. You know, I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know you could fucking talk like this, you know, let alone structure words together like this and all this stuff. And I think that really did a lot. And I think, you know, these influences are almost like our musical parents, you know, like depending on what you listen to growing up, you know, you can tell a lot of people's styles. You almost like, okay, I know we're going to share similar interest in music just based off of how you write. I know we probably share some influences, right? But what you guys do is, in my opinion, real genre bending, you know, and I don't mean that like you guys ain't making hip hop. What I mean is like people that don't necessarily like or think of themselves as hip hop fans, you know, because I remember a lot of people that like my music were like, I never even liked hip hop until I listened to this. And I always thought it's kind of weird for people to say I'd never like hip hop because it's almost like saying I don't like Chinese food and all I've ever eaten is fucking orange chicken. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how can I tell you I don't like a whole ethnic food fucking menu based off of where I went to two different restaurants and tried different dishes both times? You know what I'm saying? But like what you guys put out there is just, in my opinion, like on the level of the shit that got me into hip hop. You know, it's like the production is just super original. It has an organic feel to it. The way that you guys catch flows and you keep in pockets on top of it and you guys play with that and change up styles. It's just like all around pure musicianship is just really fucking great, you know? And I think maybe one of the reasons that could attribute to you guys getting so many streams is to a lot of unique viewers. They don't even know who you are in general, you know, like maybe it popped up or maybe you have people that are fans of you that listen to other types of music or whatever the case may be, but it's very ambiguous when you just go, or maybe it's just one track, or I could be wrong, you know what I'm saying? But it's just artwork and stuff like that. And I always like shit like that. I like stuff that even like the first album I ever did, it was just I had a tattoo artist do all the artwork for me for the album cover, and it was a match that was on a vinyl player, and because the record was spinning, it was like lighting the match. You know what I mean? Something like that. But I had him do all this, and so I like that shit. But you guys, like, for someone that maybe has never really been into hip hop because they've never been presented with an option that was viable for them to enjoy, I think that's where you guys probably shine like the most, Like,
I'm not good, but for the record, I'm not good with compliments. Like, I really like compliments, like make me regress. So I'm gonna.
And I'm a redhead, bro. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna divert to step. I'm gonna divert to step 2 real quick. Because what I love about
it's all appreciation for me.
Hold on, real quick.
Wow.
Real quick. I was about to give you props, Step. I want to divert to Step real quick because what I love about Step is he doesn't give a fuck about what's hot on the radio right now. He doesn't know a little Yachty from a little Pump from a little Young Thug. Like, he doesn't listen to none of that shit. Step 2 listens to Sugar Free, E40, and DJ Quick. I mean, he has a very limited
and jazz.
So his music isn't influenced by what the fuck is going on right now. He doesn't listen to Draco. He doesn't listen to Ralphie the Plug. He doesn't listen to Stink Team. He doesn't know, and I say that respectfully.
Were all those real people? You just said all real people?
You lost me.
You missed me with that bullshit, Doug. I don't know none of those cats. Not to say they're bullshit, but you missed me with. I thought you were just making them names because they sounded clever.
No, they're actually all really good artists. They're all good artists, and they're all
Ralphie
young,
the Plug.
19. Like, I keep my ear to the street and shit like that, but Step doesn't give a fuck, and he doesn't let nothing influence his music. Whatever beat sounds dope to him, that's the beat he's making. He's not listening to a beat on the radio and be like, "Oh, let me recreate this beat." Like, Step has a music sound that's like out of this. It doesn't even compare.
When I'm in a process of like trying to create a track, I actually come from not necessarily a production aspect, but from a writer perspective, because I ultimately want to write to it, or I want to have them write to it, or someone, but I would be my first choice because I'm in here, making a beat. So I feel that if I can spit to it and it's got a cool little knock to it, we good. And, usually if I'm feeling it and I let them hear it, and within 30 minutes to an hour, they already got a hook concept or a full 16 bars to it. There we go. And a lot of the songs on the Trifecta album were like that,
Chrissy in the chat room has a good question. Chrissy says, where do you get your inspiration to make a song?
Oh, yeah.
It actually depends on how you doing, Chrissy. Thanks so much for the comment. It actually depends on what I may be feeling. I vibe off of emotions. I vibe off of energy. I vibe off of what may be happening that day, what a family member may be going through. If you listen to a lot of my lyrics personally, or go back and check out my YouTube page, which I posted in the link, a lot of it comes from a very personal level, a personal space. So it literally depends on what I may be going through. A lot of it is based on hardships. You talk about success and victory and all that, of course, but a lot of what I talk about is real, raw, and a lot of hardship, because that's where I came from as a kid. So I put a lot of that into my music. So thanks for the question. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I'm selfish. Nothing gets me, nothing inspires me. It just gets me off mentally to write. So nothing like inspires me. I wish I had a better answer, but there's nothing that inspires me. I'm 45 years old. So hip hop doesn't inspire me like writing, but it just does something for me. It's kind of like masturbating. I'm keeping it real. Like, writing lyrics are like masturbating. Once you create that lyric, you feel like you just busted a nut. And that's the best way to describe it.
Well, for me, man, I would say what my motivation is, my inspiration is.
I like how we just take it as a serious
I hate to
answer.
go after that, you know what I'm saying?
Not to say you weren't serious.
Yeah, it ain't masturbating.
100%.
But it sounded goofy, bro.
Yeah. For me, man, my inspiration
it was honest. I liked it.
Psilocybin, strobe lights, and clone guy, bro. That gets me going, bro. Like a nice ambiance, and I can write for days, bro. Especially if I'm coming off a step 2 track.
Just to touch a little bit on everything just said, going back to step, almost everything is just, maybe everything. So step, I could tell, dude. I could tell because I'm a musician myself, as much as I can be, or as but I could tell. For me, it's the movement in your beats, dude. It's like there's just a real solid movement within them. And I can't explain it beyond that because that's the term that makes sense to me, how I explain it to myself, or when I hear a beat, what I feel from it. But it's, I don't know, man. It's a lot of people, even if they don't like hip hop, for instance, like if you show them a Jay Dilla beat, they fucking love that shit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's because what he was able to do, and because of the timing, and because of all these little things that were so unique to the beat, and you just kind of loved it. Like you just got the same, man. You got such a unique vibe. It reminds me a lot of the original like production that got me into underground hip hop, because it just sounds so different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, so you create that. As far as writing, man, do you have a different so you use the emotions, whatever you're going through, it's an outlet for you to put feelings into the beat, and create that. As far as lyrics, is it the same, or is it, just kind of having fun? Or
It's the exact same. Yeah, it is the exact same. It's the exact same. It's all energy and emotion. Energy and emotion. Yeah. There's no other way to really say it. I'm not the type of person that raps about a lot of fictitious shit. I got this. I'm not really like that. I talk about, we've always tried to have a story, a topic, something to talk about, something that makes people think. I can't not write that way. And it's crazy because my kids have been like, oh, sometimes you need to make it a little more simple or dumb it up a little. I can't do that. I just can't do that, So yeah, just like Dog said, I don't really give a fuck what people think about the music that I make. I care that you listen to it, but when I make it for me. If it sounds good to me, I'm happy with that. And I put it out and I work with these guys.
And I'm not even being funny. Like when I go, and just all jokes aside, when I go, at the end of the night to go masturbate, to do my thing, I'm not inspired. Like I'm just going to get my shit off. Right. So that's literally how I feel when I'm writing. Like it's a release for me, dude. Like people don't understand. Like it's a release.
You
on that masturbation heavy, bro.
You were talking about it really, and yeah. I thought you were still metaphorically speaking, and then all of a sudden you broke the. Okay.
We all do it. We all do it. And if I'm going to compare it to something, it's to masturbating. I'm writing to release what's inside of me. That's the best way to describe it. Sorry, I mentioned masturbation 17 times on your show, but that's the best thing I could describe it.
Nah, hey, dude, it's an underused word on podcast, I'm sure.
Track said, dumb it down. We can never dumb it down. Hey, shout out to Amir Burgess. What's up, baby? What up, Starfleet in the building?
Yeah, man, I actually I find it really hard because I would say you guys do a really good job of making the music tangible to anybody and still have like a incredible technical ability. But yeah, it's really hard to dumb it down, man.
We got to collab on something
for whatever reason.
I can tell we're on the same level.
But I was gonna bring it to something that Dusty said, because it involves everyone, because I know Bone is incredibly quick as far as his ability to write as well. But you were saying, Dusty, earlier that you wrote something in like 5 minutes. Is that typical of the experience? Is there like part of the process where if it takes too long, or do you just do you ever scrap stuff?
Yeah, that's funny you asked that. So a lot of steps. So when Step will send us maybe 3 or 4 tracks at one time, right? And I'll just play them, and I know within 15 seconds if it's from, you know what I mean? Like, boom.
Exactly.
If I in 15 seconds I'm already humming something, or I have a rhythm in my head, oh, it's on and cracking. Not every track is like that, you know what I mean? But it's weird because I listen to other instrumentals like rock, even rock stuff. Like I'm always writing in my head, but it's Steps tracks that really do it, dude. And I know within the first 10 seconds, like, okay, not if this is a hot track or not. I'm not saying that. It's this is this is something I'm gonna write to real quick. And some of my best verses that people have complimented me on, I was like, in my head, I'm like, that shit took me about 8-9 minutes to write, and not bragging at all. Like, I'm not bragging at all. And I told my wife, I wrote a song for my wife, and I told her it took me like 7 minutes to write this. And it's because the feelings are there. Like, everything is there. Like, I'm feeling this shit. Like, so it's like my heart is talking. if my heart's not talking, it'll probably take me a couple of days or something like that. You know what I mean? But shit, I can throw a track in and within 15 seconds, my heart will start talking to me. And I know that sounds corny, but that's
No,
better than
dude, you know, just so people know, man. Like it's for me, it's pretty much the same. You know, like and not so much anymore. Now I'll give myself a little bit more leeway because I really don't write anything down. I just try to remember it, and when I'm driving or something, you know, I'll formulate the good thing is all I've really been doing lately is working on stuff for what I'm working on with Bone. And that was another question I was going to ask is because I've also done a couple solo projects. And I always really enjoyed doing stuff with groups because you'd really just do a 16 down and like figure out a hook. And it really makes the process so much fun. Like, cause like, do any of you guys find a difference in when you're working with the group as far or in, you know, or working as a solo artist? Are you able to just put a lot more energy into that 16? Do you feel like you have a little bit more, you know, creative?
For me, I'll be really quick.
Intensity?
For me, I'll be quick. Yeah, for me, I'll be quick. I just know I'm going up against two of the dopest MCs in the fucking planet. So when I write my shit, I better come correct. So that's like, I always have to think that in my head because I know Steph's going to come with it. I know Bone's going to. I've never heard these guys write a whack verse. So it's like, if I know, and it's a fun competition type of thing. When I step in the mic, I want to have the best rhyme out of all them. You know what I mean? And,
so see, I feel like I relate. I mean, I was trying to get into that earlier, the competitiveness of it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm with you. I actually did a whole album when the whole concept, because I did one album with the producer, and it was really awesome and shit, but it didn't really capture what I wanted to in like in what I wanted. You know, it doesn't really matter why, but. So I put out a mixtape, and the whole concept was I would just go to, like, let's say I went to your house, you know, Step, you're making beats. I go to your house, you play a beat, and you're like, this one, whatever. And I would know within 10 seconds if I like the beat or not. Or I would just make you skip it until like halfway through the fucking verse. And then if I like the verse enough, go to the hook. And then, you know, maybe sometimes it was like that. Or people would just go through a shitload of beats. I would pick one and I would write to it. And if it took me more than 10 minutes, man, it didn't feel good. You know, like it just comes to you quick. Because like you said, if you're and it's not that unrealistic, because if you're constantly thinking about rhymes all the time, like especially if you used to freestyle, you've been writing for so long, like there's something like it's called the word bank, you know, in your head, there's so many things that you could rhyme so many things with. But the pleasureful part is finding a rhyme that you've never thought of ever in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I like the project I'm working on right now. Me and Bone are doing. I actually, you know, the whole concept is who could have the better verse. You know, like that's why it's even like the name of it and everything, because that's ultimately what it is to me. And it's not like if I can technically have the better verse. It's like I just want to put out something on that caliber of like that. The passion behind it is putting out the best possible verse I humanly can. You know what I mean? So it is competitive with anybody that would be on it. You know what I'm saying? And like, I want someone else on it that, if anything, is better than me. You know what I mean? Like, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you realize you're going up against Bone, right?
No, I do. And like I said, it's fun to show people because, like, I already, man, I used to go on stage and people would be like, "What the fuck is this guy gonna do?" You know, and I looked different 10 years ago. And then, you know, it'd be like some real grimy ass underground shit that was just real technical and be like, wow, you know, the only diss I ever really got that I don't even know how to take, dude. And I'm curious, like, how should I take it, dude? Like, people used to always just say, oh, he's trying to be Eminem, or he sounds like Eminem, you know, like
that's a compliment.
Yeah,
it has to be, right? It has to be, right?
Platinum selling artists.
But like, I feel like some of the people mean it like an insult, you know, like I'm just trying to be like that. But it's like, I always felt like that's funny that anyone would ever consider that an insult, because people
the funny part is, here's
you trying to be like Eminem. It's like, who ain't, bro?
Here's the deal. Let's equate it to basketball. Let's equate it to basketball, right? Let's say you're on the basketball court, right? And you're hitting 3-pointers, you're dunking, you're doing all crazy shit, and somebody walks up to you and says, "Oh, you trying to be like Kobe Bryant, huh?" Psh, thank you. That's a compliment.
For real.
Eminem,
right? I'm trying to be like Kobe Bryant.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people say, "Oh, you're a fake Eminem." Thank you, thanks. Wow. I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
I get compared to fucking Exhibit like 3 times a week religiously, bro, and I'm like,
thank you. Exactly.
Hey, do you know him? Because if you know him, like, hook us up. I'll be that fool stunt double or whatever. Like, let's go.
Facts. Exactly. Compliment. Take it as a compliment, dude. They compared us to Outkast. They compared us to Farside. Oh, y'all trying to be like Farside. Thank you.
Yeah, we heard that one a lot. Farside came up a lot. Oh,
Yeah.
Dude, you know what I think would be dope? Is to make a long format story where the whole thing is rap and you make an awesome like video behind it. I think that would be pretty rad. You know?
Oh, wait, hold on. We
like a hip hopper.
One of our songs is kind of like that. I'm thinking out loud. You don't know it, my man, but it's the fairy tale, not a fairy tale song. That's a long story, and it's like I could picture everything in my head as a video, dude. Sorry, we're thinking ahead.
And it's 4 different stories too. Hell yeah, I see that.
Now, I remember
you mentioned the psilocybin. You bug out on that. Take some shrooms and then check out the track. And tell me
psilocybin.
Hey, dude, that's a must. You know what I mean? But yeah. Fuck, what was I gonna say? I had something in my head.
Can I ask you a question? Can we talk about conspiracies and stuff? Because I was digging into your channel.
Yeah.
And I dig your channel. I've always been like, kind of a guy who doesn't discredit conspiracies. I would like to ask you just a few conspiracies, and I would like to ask you a few events that people consider conspiracies, and I would like to know if you believe it's a true event or if it's really a conspiracy or not. Can I ask you just a few of them?
Yeah.
Can we jump into that? Are you guys down with some conspiracy shit?
How about this?
Of course.
I'm all out of water, dude, and I got, I need water. So
I got a pee.
How about this, man? For everyone in here, we got to play a track. Let's play a track.
Okay. We'll play a track.
And while the track is playing, we're gonna take care of things. You know what I'm saying?
And stuff.
Yes.
Masturbate.
Or I could put on. Hey, dude, Steph, do you got any beats on? I was gonna say, guys, because I was like a freestyle. No, let's put on a track.
I'm down with that too.
I would love to. I would love to put on a beat in freestyle. And I used to battle rap people at parties, and one time I beat this dude so bad that a fight broke out. And I just stood there, and I almost got hit in the head with a fishing pole, bro. Like, what the fuck?
I'm down to do it.
Shit, let's do it, man. I'm feeling
good.
I have
these Yamaha H8s that I actually just got for the studio. And
how about
whenever I have the phone on, I get a signal interference. So I don't want to mess up your recording by having, feedback.
My thing is,
if you can play something on your end, I don't care what track it is. We'll rap to anything. And I'm sure Dog feel the same way.
Just type in free beat, dude. Do you have any beats on SoundCloud or something?
There may be a slight delay, so you have to remember that. Remember that it's this slight delay. So we may want to do acapella. I'm just throwing acapella out there. Acapella. I'm feeling kind of high, and that I'm the guy, so fly, and I'm chilling with my dudes, and we're like 4 deep on Melon app. We're smoking soda, man, damn weed, man, I'm feeling that. I got Prince in the background, Michael Jackson's looking at me. I'm chilling with my homies, and they know we feeling happy. Bone, Steph, and my white dude, Sean, Brian. I can't remember which one I'm frying. My brain is kind of high. I'm dividing and multiplying and smoking weed, and I'm the flyest. When I coming through, they say, damn, he's the guy who comes through with the 2 guys that flow so tight. That little black dude and that motherfucking buff guy, Bone, hit him with some shit that makes him say, ooh, ah.
Ooh, aha. Y'all see blah. We come through and we like blase blah. I hit the streets real quick. Y'all tell y'all. We coming through like, hey, beats arrive.
Thank you, Jared. Thank you.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we go back like Atari. I got a Toyota Camry, but one day I'll own that Ferrari. What's going on, yo? I'm fucking Harley. In the moment, I just want an opponent, one that was chosen, that actually wants the competition. I'm just fucking around. I got my water glass empty and my hydration missing. Yo, Bone, kick a little intermission. Yo, Bone left. It's okay, cause he's not homeless. So my man Step, go ahead and get on the mic. Yeah, yo, Step.
Check it. Let's mind travel. Podcast unravel. Say the mind is here. We be digging the gravel. MC is dead. When we be on the mic, fuck what you said. It's our night. Tune in to the show. You be on the stereo. We be got the flow. I be banging the track show. Even if you fall off, never stop. Even if I come around, be the fucking boss. Step music.
Let me take it. Let me get really crazy and get butt naked. Like I took some PCP, but this is LMT on DMT. Everybody knows this ain't MTV. It's more like BMT mixed with BET. Anybody want to step to me and getting slit up in their RIST? I miss out the W. West side is why I'm coming through, saying hello. The DOWG is smoking on some mellow. Marshmallow coming through, the clouds are looking so yellow. Oh my God, I'm feeling like a motherfucking fly on the wall. And you know that I'm that motherfucking guy. Thank you so much. I walk into the party, they like, ooh, he's the craziest, coolest motherfucker that I knew. I'm like, thank you, you're a bitch, thank you, your mom's a hoe, thank you, I'm coming through to spank you, and any MC that wants to come through, I'm about to bang on you, and I'm about to pass it to the B-O-N-E, my dude.
Yo, I step on in, got my cup, I'm sipping on gin, psych, I'm sipping wine, I'm so divine, feeling divine, rolling rhymes, and I pick that rhyme, you see, I don't write rhymes, but I freestyle quick, I change up the beat, and I can get real sick, you see, I'm like, oh man, I come through when you be like, what's happening then? And I come through freestyle flow. Oh no, my name is Bone. Yes, best believe I come through the door. Yeah, we coming stepping, we coming repping. And if you don't understand, I might check in. The beat just flipped it again. I'm coming through, homie. Like I said, I'm drinking on gin, but no, I'm not. I'm drinking red wine, Pioneer. Yeah, we coming through and we some stars real far to check it out. Yeah, I ain't gonna last too long. I got step on the mic, gonna sing that song.
I'ma take it, we gon' keep it going. Jared, take the microphone, we slow in, but never stop, we don't never drop. We be going from the bottom to the middle, now the top. Got the Mamba mentality, it's in me, because I got is it the trees? Shout out to the clone, God will be coming, smoking on the bomb, now they be running. Ooh, baby, she be kind of fly. Why you do them like that? Because I'm the guy. Step 2, Bone, the birth. Dog, Dusty, we heard.
Okay, let me give a shout out.
Chart makes intelligent
let me give a shout out to the chat room right quick. Shout out to Terry 1016, and shout out to Chrissy, and shout out to White Springfield. I'm walking through the block and it's hot as hell, and everybody knows the Trags is in the building too. And everybody knows that I'm chilling with my crew.
In the chat, put up random words, and we'll do a cipher. I don't know if you guys ever did 4 bars back. Did you guys ever 4 bar back in the day, where you just spit 4 bars and that's it? 4 bars and that's it. I used to light fires. I was into arsenic, and that's always 2. But I would go on to the 3rd, and that's it, and that's the 4th. So now, Bone, what's the word?
Yo, what's the word? I'ma say progress. We come through, homie, better bring it from your chest. We stay the mind, homie, and we always rock the best. Now who's coming next? Yo, what up? Hey. Don't trip, cause I'll keep it going with this like I talking shit. I come from the lip, also I come from the hip. That's another 4 bars, homie, so don't trip.
Don't trip, don't slip, don't tip. I go to the restaurant and say, yo, what up, kid? Yo, give me my Diet Coke right now with the straw so I can sip. Hey, yo, who's next? I think Step is up to bat. Yo, what's up?
Give me your plate. Yo, you forgot my spoon. And then when you come back, you better come back soon. Give me something to drink and then give me a taco. I got to see you. Bravo.
Last time I went to Denny's, the waitress wasn't way too fucking friendly. They brought the food out and it was cold and nasty. Yo, Bone, tell me last time what happened. What happened?
Man, she got the pancake from the floor. I was like, damn me, you're more than the gore. I can't fuck with this shit because I'm not hungry. You come with this shit, you got to give me all my money back. We come
give
like
me all my money.
Stacks.
I could have made a better sandwich with some lunch meat. And I got in the corner when it was rotting. It's okay now. I fucking forgot it.
She's sobbing because she got her feeling bad. She got fired. Gotta go home and now she's glad. Her dad said you gotta get out the house. You have no money and you're not my spouse.
You're not my spouse. Then why the fuck is this stupid idiot sleeping on the couch? I don't know, man. Shut your fucking mouth. Hey, yo, Dusty, man, what's up? Why you been out?
Don't mind me. I was in the bathroom pen, and I was looking at what you're doing. And damn, I'm just seeing that you guys are the dopest MCs in the end. And I'm gonna have to keep it real. I didn't wash my hands.
Damn. I was about to say, did you wash your hands? Dusty, my man, you gotta use that wash, brother. Get it out your grill, cause we be coming through and we'll be coming real. Hey,
Get that
you like the
palm
way
olive
we
and get it off
spill?
your hands. And when it be coming green, you know it's just demand. Cause we be cooking and we got all the greens. It's not what it seems. The
It's not
mystery of
what it seems
life.
when I come into and smoking the green, and the chat room is saying this is dopest thing they've ever seen, and I'm agreeing, and I'm like, damn, I just got through kidding.
Hey, you say green, I think clone guy trees. Flowers the best, nah I mean. Clones off the hook, you bet not shook. Cause if you get shooken, then you about to get tooken.
Yo, stop looking and start buying. Stop fucking talking, start trying, and start acting, and stop denying yourself from an experience. You hearing this? You fucking idiot, stupid, delusional spiritualist.
Just take the mushroom and take a little bit, maybe under a gram, put it on your hand and then blast off. The atmosphere is kind of spinning. Got the lights and everybody knows that we're winning. No matter what the word, they come out of the sky. Cause we be those guys and we be too fly. I said a little more than 4 bars, somebody take the mic. Because if they don't take the mic, then I know that I'ma do it right.
Let's mind travel. Let's grab the shovel. Let's let everybody know that we're in love, dude. Because hip hop is the prettiest thing ever. I used to love her back when Tommy told me that she's clever, and she was from Chicago, but she was from the West, and I was like, she is the best, cutest little girl that I've ever met in my world. Pass it to them, tell them homeboy.
Yo, I'm like smoking mirrors, smoking mirrors, smoking mirrors. June 1st, state of mind, smoking mirrors. If you don't know, then you're definitely about to hear us. Smoking mirrors, smoking mirrors.
Yo, smoking mirrors. Yo, Bone, when is the next time State of Mind makes an appearance? And I want to know right now what city and state, and if they got to be 21 and it's for all of the ages. What's the word?
The ages. Take them out the cages. Because they jumping on the stage when we got the mic in our hands. Jumping on the speakers every day they understand. Talking man, woman, we love the world. Everybody's so ruined, but
no one's ruined.
So crazy. But she said the baby, she lost her job because she was complaining about what she did inside. Went home.
All right, back to the music. I say we go back and book Whittier. I know. Nothing really gets grittier, but fuck it. We'll get some stuffed animals, load with some kitty fur. What else rhymes with that? I can't get sillier.
Christopher. It's my brother's name.
We still having everybody knows it's all the same. We were thinking the same thoughts, but we said it first. We said it first, but the freestyle, no rehearse.
I rocks the beatbox. I rocks, aka Christopher. I know you tuned in, homie. We occur, we serve. Appreciate you, bruh, for singing the hooks. You coming through, ain't nobody looking shook. So I'm gonna go back to the nook and read a couple books, maybe write a couple hooks.
Well, if my brother was here, he'd probably say something like, I'm sitting back, sipping and smoking on a beer, or smoking and sipping on the beer, whatever it goes like. You know what comes through and we do it just like Mike Jordan, Michael Jackson, Mike Tyson. We are the dopest MCs, so don't try us. Because if you do, we will fuck with your whole crew, we will come to your house, and we'll smack your mom too.
Yo,
straight
dear,
facts.
Me and you, we gotta do a track together. Because everybody, no matter the weather, I think the crowd, the people in the chat don't love it. State of mind, you know, we fly high above it. So talking to you, condense your mind and tell me what you think. Should we do the track? Maybe if I blink. You can come over.
What do I
to
think?
your studio. Just, you got the flow. Yes, kind of like Eminem. I hear it, but that's like the mass appearance. You dope as fuck on the microphone. Yes, I don't hear. Yes, you are blessed. So thank you for the platform. Thank you for the time. Thank you for the rhyme. Thank you for the dime. Thank you to the people in the chat room. We love it. Stay the mind here. We flies above it.
Hey, shouts to Tara. We like your comments and we appreciate you, Jamara. We ain't really stopping because we just keep it going. We ain't really stopping because we straight flowing. Acapella, even over advertisements. We keep going because we are the wise men.
I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to see if I can.
State of mind. State of mind.
State of mind. Let's travel.
Let's travel.
Let's mind travel.
Platforms, y'all. Check out Trifecta. Check out A Digital Space Dust. Check out Let's Mind Travel Podcast every day, all day. Yeah, that's what's up.
Check out Smoke and Mirrors, June 1st. State of Mind.
Mirrors.
All digital platforms.
Real talk, man. When are you guys performing again then? Or that was a real
hopefully
question.
soon. We're kind of going with the flow right now. We're just gonna keep releasing music, and as long as we keep releasing music, things will start coming. That's what we're noticing. So we're just keeping that music coming, and things are coming in place with that.
Yeah. Everybody in the chat room, if you guys are feeling the music, please share. Please share with your friends, your mom, your dad, your brothers, your sisters. Bang that out, please.
Much love. I'm gonna play a song that this one to me, man. I really enjoy this song. I'm gonna play it. This is State of Mind. How about this? Before I do this, this is gonna be the end. I feel like you guys kind of just did like the whole thing, right? Like, it almost felt like goodbye-ish to me. Was that goodbye-ish or?
Yeah.
I mean, freestyles were great. So it's a nice way to say goodbye.
I just didn't know I just wanted to offer one more opportunity because it felt like a perfect goodbye. So actually, if anything, I might be ruining it, but I think we'll probably just end it. I'll play the track. And then that'll be like a really clean way to stream. So I just wanted to say my piece. I appreciate you guys being on. Bone. I appreciate you, man. Setting all this up with us. A State of Mind. Man. I appreciate you, Dusty. I appreciate you, Step. The thing.
Much love, brother. Much love.
I'm a connoisseur of hip hop. I'm also like a super harsh critic of hip hop because it feels personal to me.
Yeah,
and it's real hard for me to listen to more than like a few tracks of somebody that I'm not super into like consecutively. And I'll say that today, I wanted to make sure that I had a good recent memory of all these tracks. I listened to all of them. Like it was so easy to listen to. You guys put out incredible music. The production on it is great. The lyricism is top notch. And again, I would say that I'm like the harshest critic on lyrics, and you guys are just fucking dope all around. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys for being on here. I think all of you guys watching this, whether it be live or after it's posted on the channel.
Yes, sir. Hey, Jared, bro.
Make sure you check them out. All the links.
Appreciate you, brother. Let's mind travel. Let's go.
Oh yeah, dude. So I'm gonna go ahead. I want to play Chicago. Is there a track that all you guys unanimously would prefer over that, or do you think
Chicago is probably
Chicago Chicago is the fan favorite, bro? So I would say you didn't make a mistake with that one.
I would say Chicago. I mean, I think they all like it's. I found a groove within all of them really quickly. But I think Chicago is definitely a good start for anyone that's being introduced to your guys' group. It's just fucking dope all around. So if there's no more parting words, again, thank you guys. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the shout outs to me as well from you guys. That was dope. And I'll go ahead and play this track. And then on that note, I'll go ahead and end the stream. But everybody have a great rest of your night. If you're watching this live, I'll go ahead after the live, I'll put all the links in the description so you guys can continue to go do some get your State of Mind on.
Real quick.
Peace and love. Quick.
Thank you for everybody who tuned in, man. I mean, it was much appreciated. We love interacting with everybody who tuned in tonight. So thank you.
Yeah, and I think maybe we do it again and we just shoot the shit, bro.
Because I
really enjoyed that.
I saw a couple folks talking about where's the conspiracy theory. So we gotta have a comeback just for that, bro.
Damn. Hey, how about this? Yes, because you did because I don't want to just we just did that, but do a fast one, man. Dusty, you said you had a few conspiracies. Just give me a fast one.
Okay, a fast.
So I can put conspiracy theories in the title.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Let's go.
I need that thumbnail, dog. What's a conspiracy?
Let's go 9/11. It's an easy one. 9/11.
It's easy because it's obvious. What's the next
Government, yeah.
Okay, never mind. Fuck, you caught me off. I wasn't ready. God dang it. I was ready like 10 minutes. Hold on, give me 5 seconds. 5.
Pizzagate. I
wouldn't even talk about that.
Moon landing. Moon landing.
Look up Stanley Kubrick and look up the documentary about how he filmed it and revealed it in The Shining. I would believe that story more than anything.
Moon landing with the
I
flag
forgot the
waving,
name.
and there's no gravity
Apollo
on
13.
the moon.
And lastly, is the Bible one big mushroom trip?
I mean, nothing would be better. Yeah, why not?
Cool.
I think, you know.
Chicago.
All right, Chicago. Hey, guys. So, guys, thank you for joining this conspiracy theory podcast.
Thank you.
Let's Mind Travel. You know, that's what we're about. Nothing but conspiracies. That was the hey, guys. We got to do this again soon, guys. I appreciate it.
Most love you guys, man. Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate you.
All right, let's start playing Chicago here.
Told her I loved her. The records. I told her I loved her. But the records started skipping. The records started skipping. And she told me I was tripping. She said she wanna see the city, but she don't wanna ride the city bus. Because she's new to the town, naive eyes look for truth that is lost in the sound. Brains are lost in the cloud, dead from all of the smoke. That's the reason why the ostrich hides his head in the ground. That's the reason why the monster even puts on a mask. And we turn the city green to blend in with the grass. The city scene made a crash, I fell in love with it twice. Had to tell her goodbye cause she fell in love with the night. I couldn't keep up, I tried to bring it down from the sky, but the clouds were so nice that she took a nap for a while. And when she woke up, I finally had a kid and a lady. Bone told me he saw her the other day with the baby. Ain't life crazy? I think about it once in a while when it's cloudy outside and the sun goes.
None of these drugs do what they supposed to. Yeah. And what's the point of hurting people that you're close to? Yeah. Most of my life I've been following stars, knowing I ain't really had to go that far. Come to find out it's the truth I already knew. Yeah.
Spinning out a cylinder, moving I'm in reverse. Committing crimes of passion, judging jury at first. But I love that girl, been my woman since day one. Had a couple of kids in the house, the job done. So what happened, why we ain't loving no more? Maybe I should take some blame instead of taking the score. But me and more don't go, I'm begging you gotta change. We can work it out even through pleasure and pain. You gotta chill with the liquor, girl, you get too friendly. Who you talking to, baby? That's my man Henry. That's what I'm talking about, baby, just sit your ass down. You wanted to have some fun, me take you out on the town so you can shake a tail feather. Maybe we cut a rug, drinking and driving on the low key. Rum in a jug, give me a hug, wrong nigga, baby. You drive your nigga crazy in the morning, won't remember shit. I know it's kinda hazy.
None of these drugs do what they supposed to. Yeah. And what's the point of hurting people that you're close to? Yeah. Most of my life I've been following stars, knowing I ain't really had to go that far. Come to find out it's the truth I already knew. Yeah.
Ready, set, go. Put your seatbelt on, up and away we bout to go. The road is gonna get windy, promise not to lose control. The final destination's bound to captivate your soul. And so, many MCs inspired to be one of the baddest motherfuckers to touch the MIC. Then the law came life, now your dreams deferred. All the years of writing rhymes captured in a blur. Mind ponders, contemplating the worst. Put all your energy into the music, now you're looking for thirst to be quenched. Paying dues upon dues. Keep on telling yourself I'ma make it, others believe in you too. And it's true, you can make it if you try. There's levels to everything, better believe it, cause you can deny it and never achieve it. It won't come easy, just put in the work and know your worth. Continue to rise, cause all we do is capitalize.
None of these drugs do what they supposed to. Yeah. And what's the point of hurting people that you're close to? Yeah. Most of my life I've been following stars, knowing I ain't really had to go that far. Come to find out it's the truth I already knew. Yeah.
vibes on my tongue tip. One glamour, two, four clips, my little